What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hollywood, California. Now, just behind me is the intersection of Sunset Boulevard and Larrabee. Now, Sunset is the infamous Sunset Boulevard. This place was the mecca for music back in the 1970s, 80s. The Whiskey A Go-Go is just across the street, but this over here is the Viper Room. Now, you may remember back in 1993, actor River Phoenix was supposed to perform here with some friends, and he was hanging out for a Halloween bash, and he ended up not making it out. So we're going to tell the story today, and I'm going to show you what's left of the Viper Room. Well, it's still here because they're supposed to demolish this place. It was supposed to have been gone already. Luckily, it's still here, so we're able to preserve history. So let's go take a look. Now, this is the back area here of the world-famous Viper Room. Now, the Viper Room was co-owned at one point by Johnny Depp. It was an old club called Filthy McNasty's at one point. This, I believe, is the spot where people would have lined up to come in, or at least this was what I was told. It's kind of overgrown now, but if you're curious about what Hollywood actually looks like, take a good look at the sidewalks. I mean, if these walls could talk, this liquor store over here, this entire block is about to be bulldozed to make room for, I believe, apartment buildings or condos. But luckily it's still here. We're still able to preserve this. But this is the famous Viper Room. Now, the first person to perform at the Viper Room was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. But this is going back to 1993 Halloween night. Actor River Phoenix was here, and he was inside, he was partying, he was trying to have fun. He was supposed to go up for an all-star jam, and it ended up not happening. They had too many people on the bill and he wasn't able to do it. So this made him very upset. He was frustrated, and he ended up taking drugs. I believe it was a concoction known as a speedball. But kind of the same way that John Belushi died. John Belushi died just down the road at the Chateau Marmont. Same thing as Chris Farley. But this is the Viper Room. He came out, he stumbled out this door right here, and his brother Joaquin Phoenix was with him. His sister Rain was with him. He had a group of people here, and they ended up making a 911 call. He collapsed right out here on the sidewalk, and he was convulsing, and Joaquin Phoenix made a tragic and infamous 911 call from a payphone. The payphone is no longer here, but I will show you where it was. So he would have been yelling down to the street to not do CPR, but this is where the payphone was right here. And last time I was here, the payphone was still here, but they put this up. Is that a payphone? Exactly. They were extinct, or thought they were extinct. That's kind of cute, but a tragic thing that happened here. So if you listen to the 911 call, they were shouting from right here to the end of the block. You can hear Joaquin Phoenix say Sunset and Larrabee, which is this intersection right here. But sadly, paramedics showed up, and it's widely debated whether or not he was actually pronounced dead right here on the sidewalk, or if he was pronounced dead in the ambulance, or if he was pronounced dead at the hospital. I believe his death certificate said the hospital. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's what I remember reading. But this is, this is Hollywood history right here that's soon to be gone. Soon to be gone, but not forgotten.
Please come here. Okay, calm down a little bit, okay? What's the address where you need it?
It's Sunset and Larrabee. It's at the Viper Room.
Okay, what's the address, sir? Do you know?
What's the address to the f***ing club?
Okay, sir? Sir, calm down a little bit, okay?
I'm sorry, it's my brother. Please come here.
How old is he?
He's 23.
Calm down, okay? If you can't calm down, give the phone to somebody else.
No, there's no one else around.
Okay.
I'm fine. I think he had Valium or something. I don't know.
Who's with him right now?
My sister, the people.
Okay, can you talk to her from where you are?
I got She's trying to give him mouth to mouth.
Sir, calm down. Tell her not to give him mouth to mouth.
Don't give him mouth to mouth.
You only give him mouth to mouth if he's not breathing. What's he doing? Just seems like he's sleeping right now?
Yeah, it just looks like he's sleeping.
Okay, that's very normal, okay?
Yeah?
That's very normal. Sometimes, in fact, sometimes they do actually go to sleep.
Now, the purpose of this video was pretty much to remember history, remember what happened to River Phoenix. It's pretty sad what happened to him, but this was only one of many, many things that made the Viper Room as legendary as it was. Now, at one point, the Viper Room was also owned by gangster Mickey Cohen. It had a lot of ties to kind of the dark underbelly of Hollywood, and it also was known for, if you remember back several years, there were several big-time Hollywood stars like Ben Affleck, Leonardo DiCaprio, I think Tobey Maguire, that were having poker. They had a poker ring here in the Viper Room, and it was, I mean, the stakes were high. It was like $100 million that these guys were gambling around, but this was a pretty big news story. But I mean, there's just so much history here. Corey Taylor from Slipknot got arrested here after smashing a window. And Adam Duritz from the Counting Crows, after he went big with the band the Counting Crows, he kind of wanted to, you know, maintain some sense of normalcy, so he actually got a job bartending here. Now, looking at it, it wouldn't look like much, but there is so much history that's happened in this club over the last 70 plus years that it's really sad that it's going to be torn down. Now, it might not look it, it kind of smells a little like pee out here, but I mean, a lot of Hollywood history happened right inside this building. And unfortunately, the passing of River Phoenix right outside this door. I would be missing a huge Hollywood landmark if I didn't point this out. Kind of kitty corner from the Viper Room is the world-famous Whiskey A Go-Go. The Doors were a house band here. This is a legendary place. Motley Crue used to perform there, and they actually lived across the street, down the road, a little bit from the Whiskey. And they used to invite the crowd to come back and have parties at their house afterwards. Now, there are so many stories that I can tell you from this legendary Sunset Strip, and there's going to be a lot more videos that I'm going to do here, a lot more things to cover, and the stories really never end from this part of Hollywood. It's just insane how much history there is. But today we just wanted to focus on the Viper Room, and yeah, here's one more look at the legendary nightclub. But that's all there is for today. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care, everybody.